Capo. Hey, buddy. How you feeling? You got the drugs in you? We drugged him last night. We drugged him about 3 hours ago. He's going back to the vet. By the way, hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. Last week we went to the vet. The vet was able to check him out, but wasn't able to get a blood sample, which is important because the blood sample is what tells us how his kidneys are doing. So we were unsuccessful in getting his blood last week, so we increased his gabapentin from 100 to 125. 100 last night, 125 this afternoon. And we're hoping that that'll help a little bit. He was just real wiggly last week, and, the vet doesn't want to stress him out, obviously. So he gave it like 3 tries and then was like, we need to stop. So we're taking him back today. He's not going to be thrilled, but hopefully we can get the blood draw to know a little bit better how his kidney values are doing. We also talked to the cardiologist. We're going to have to take him into the cardiologist, but he needs a radiograph, I think a radiograph. And the cardiologist was saying, if you can get that done at the vet today, that would be good because it's half the price there. And I was like, so we're going to see if we can get that done as well. So, all right, little man, I know that you're not going to like this, but we have to get back in the car. Hey, buddy. Well, what did we learn, Mel?
Well, they were able to get some blood from him.
He got his blood out of him, which was the most important thing. They're a little concerned that he's still having some labored breathing, so we are going to increase his diuretic, his furosemide, just a little bit. We're going to have the results of the blood work tomorrow, so we'll know a little bit better about what it's supposed to actually be. But in the interim, the vet was like, let's increase it just a little bit to try and, help with some of that. Hey, buddy. Otherwise, I don't know, not like a lot of information.
We scheduled his cardiology imaging.
Yeah, that's about it. He's doing okay. The vet said that he was concerned about the fact that he's still having labored breathing, but he feels really good about the fact that Kep's had such an appetite, which is good. Kep's actually up an entire pound
from last week.
Which
is a lot for a cat.
That's a lot. And I asked the vet, if we should try and deal with that, and he's like, not right now. He's like, let's.
He wants to keep it the same, so it's...
Yeah, we want to try and keep it the same.
Table.
But he's going to send me the numbers of how much he should be eating based on the caloric content, so we'll probably keep his weight the same. And that's about it. He goes to the cardiologist next week, and that's going to be a whole thing. We couldn't do a radiograph today. The vet was like, I do not feel comfortable trying to do that because the cat requires somewhat heavy sedation, if not full sedation. And he's like, that's going to stress him out because he's not, sedated enough. So I appreciate that. We've said it before, but I really love our vet. I feel like he's knowledgeable and is thinking
about all the
5 steps ahead. So, okay, let's get our boy home so he can relax again. We're back home and resting. Had a big day. Like we were talking about in the car, we're going to adjust his furosemide just a little bit. And the big thing that we're doing now is waiting on the blood results, which they should hopefully call us about tomorrow. And that's going to give us the biggest piece of information in all of this, which is how are his kidneys doing? The hope is that they're doing okay. Because that's going to give us the knowledge of how can his medicine be changed? If his kidneys aren't doing well, then it's okay, well, we can't really adjust his medicine very much. But if his kidneys are doing okay, then we can probably adjust his medicine just, a little bit. That's step 1 in this process. And then step 2 in the process is going to be going to the cardiologist next week. And that's going to be a whole thing because he's going to have to be drugged ahead of time, I'm sure. And then he's going to have to fast And then we're going to see what the actual sedation looks like when we're there. But that is a next week problem, and I'm not going to think about that right now. I've been working, but Mal took care of dinner, and actually inspired by fan favorites, because we were watching fan favorites, and in fan favorites, Mal had made a honey Dijon salmon. She's like, oh, well, that sounds good. I want to make that.
This is not honey Dijon.
Just normal Dijon.
There's some other stuff in it, but yeah.
I'm really excited to try this. That's good. Sorry. I breathed and was eating at the same time. I like mustard. This is very different for us, so this is really nice. I was working on getting things set up for a special stream that we are doing. I don't know if I'll manage to get this vlog out in time, but we're doing a special stream on Sunday afternoon. It is a Kepler-focused stream, and the goal is to play a game that we've never played before. Can't wait to tell you what it is. That celebrates cats in Kepler, and also kind of adding on this stream as a way to allow people to support Kepler, just because the vet bills have become a lot, and I already know like what's ahead for next week. So helping us to like basically offset that if people are interested. So we're going to be playing a game that Mal picked up. How long ago? It's been a few years now.
I thought we picked it up since we've lived in North Carolina.
Oh, I can't remember. It's Sugiban Shouchou Reina. It's a Japanese game, which you could tell. It is one of the worst selling games of all time. It reportedly sold 100 copies in its first week, and it was a critical and commercial failure. So, but it's neat because it features a cat as a CEO, and people have long joked that Kepler is the CEO of our company. And I love that. I think that that's great. So also the cat kind of looks like Kepler. So it's fun. We have never had a chance to play it. I had to go set stuff up to test it because it's a Japanese game. So you have to do special stuff to get the Wii to boot it. You know, special stuff. But I did get it to read the disc, and it booted up, and it's great. So that's going to be Sunday afternoon. For now, I'm going to eat and then do disc only. Look at that little angel, Mal.
He's a good one.
He is a good one. He's been really resting tonight, but he's had the gabapentin still in his system, so we're talking about you. Yeah, he's much more awake and alert than he was like a few hours ago. Hey, bud. He thinks he's gonna eat. Like I said, today went pretty well for him. Obviously, the most important thing that happened today was getting the blood draw. We will know more about that tomorrow. We upped his diuretic, as I said earlier, so we're just going to keep an eye on that and make sure that he's doing as good as he can do. But, you know, his appetite has stayed really healthy, arguably too healthy. And I don't know. I'm for as bad as things are, and things aren't great, I'm still happy with where we are amidst that bad situation. We were talking on breakfast stream this morning about how, like, you know, it's not helpful to say like everything is fine, because it's not fine. The situation is not good. You can't say something like Kepler will be okay. Like, Kepler won't be okay. But the most important thing, you know, once you understand that and once you've accepted that, is to say, well, is Kepler happy? Is he comfortable?
What's his quality of life?
What's his quality of life? And, like, it's still good. He's not in pain. you know, we're taking good care of him. He's still happy and hungry and wants to cuddle and love, so his quality of life is still good. So it's less about the amount of time, which is an unknown. It's not something we can really know, and more about the quality of time. So we're going to continue to take care of him and love him fiercely. But the more data we can get also is good. So I'm looking forward to finding out how his kidneys are doing tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed. We have a pretty huge day tomorrow, so I really got to get some sleep. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?